Hello viewers, welcome back to the Node.js Microservices from Zero to Cloud series. In the previous episode, we explored the big picture, what microservices are, why they matter, and how they differ from monolithic applications. Today we are getting our hands ready for some real coding. Viewers, before we start building services, we need to set up the perfect environment, clean, consistent and ready to scale. Let's start with the heart of our setup, Node.js. Node.js is the runtime that allows us to run JavaScript outside the browser, making it perfect for building backend services. In first step, visit nodejs.org and download its LTS version for Windows. The LTS or long-term support version is recommended for stability, especially for production-grade microservices. Once downloaded, go ahead and install it using default options. After installation, open terminal or command prompt to run node space -v and npm space -v. Viewers, if you see version numbers for both of them, congratulations, Node and NPM are ready. Viewers, no NPM comes built in with Node, but many developers prefer using Yarn, a faster and more predictable package manager. To install Yarn globally, simply run the command npm space install space dash dash global space yarn. After the installation, verify it using yarn space -v. We will use npm or yarn interchangeably throughout this series. Both work great for managing dependencies in our microservices. Because when it comes to writing Node.js code, Visual Studio Code is the best editor. It's fast, lightweight, and filled with powerful extensions that make development smoother. Download it from code.visualstudio.com if you haven't already installed it. Once installed, let's grab a few must-have extensions. First of all, ESLint to keep your code clean and consistent. Then Prettier for automatic code formatting. Docker if you will be working with containers. REST client to test APIs directly from Visual Studio Code. These tools help us to maintain clarity and consistency across multiple microservices. Now that we have our environment ready, let's talk about how to organize our code base for multiple services. Viewers, when working with microservices, it is for sure that your project becomes messy. A clear folder structure helps us to stay organized and scale easily as we add more services. Here's a simple structure we will follow. Each service like users, orders, and products will have its own package.json, routes, and dependencies. The share folder will store code that multiple services might need, like environment variables, error handlers, or database connections. And the docker-compose.yml file will help us to connect everything together later in the series. By keeping each microservice isolated but connected through configuration, we achieve modularity and flexibility. Before we wrap up, let's briefly talk about Docker, an optional but powerful tool for microservices. Docker allows us to containerize each service so it runs consistently across all environments, your laptop, a test server, or cloud. Download Docker Desktop from docker.com and install it. Once it's running, verify the installation by running docker space -- version. Later in this series, we'll use Docker to spin up multiple containers, one for each service, and connect them via Docker Compose. Even if you are new to Docker, don't worry. We'll go step by step and make sure you understand how everything ties together. And that's our environment all set up. You now have Node.js, npm, yarn, Visual Studio Code, and optionally Docker, ready to build your first real-world microservice. Whereas in the next episode, we'll start coding our user service, we'll define our routes, connect to a database and test it locally. If you haven't already subscribed and hit the bell icon, do it so that you don't miss the next episodes.